In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about electronic waste management. A new type of hazardous waste has come up in recent years, namely electronic waste. E-waste consists of all waste from electronic and electrical appliances which have reached their end of the life cycle, or are of no longer fit for their original intended use and are destined for recovery, recycling, and disposal. It includes computer, its accessories, monitors, printers, keyboard, central processing units, typewriters, mobile phones, charger, remotes, compact discs, headphone, batteries, LED, plasma TV, air conditioners, refrigerators, and many other electronic and electrical appliances. The composition of e-waste is diverse and falls under hazardous and non-hazardous category. Broadly, it consists of ferrous and non-ferrous metals, plastic, glass, wood, and plywood, printed circuit board, concrete, ceramic, rubber, and other items. Iron and steel constitute around 50% of the waste, followed by copper, aluminium, and precious metal like gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and so on. The presence of the elements like lead, mercury, arsenic, cadmium, selenium, hexavalent chromium, and flame retardant beyond threshold quantities may make e-waste hazardous in nature. It contains over 1,000 different substances, many of which are toxic and create serious pollution upon disposal. Obsolete computers pose the most significant environmental and health hazard among the e-waste because it contains many of the hazardous elements. There are 10 states that contribute 70% of the total e-waste generated in India, while 65 cities generate more than 60% of the total e-waste in India. Among the 10 largest e-waste generating states, Maharashtra rank first, followed by Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Delhi, Karnataka, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Punjab. Among the top 10 cities generating e-waste, Mumbai rank first, followed by Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Pune, Surat, and Nagpur. So you will find that most of the contributing to the e-waste are metropolitan cities and the states in which the metropolitan cities are located. The main source of electronic waste in India are government, public and private industrial sectors, which amount for around 70% of the total waste generation. The contribution of individual household is relatively small, and it is around 15%. The rest being contributed by manufacturers. The individual households are not large contributor to waste generation, but they lead to a large distribution and dispersal of the electronic waste in different areas, because most of the manufacturers and big private limited companies, they will have a centralized processing of the electronic waste which is not available at individual or household level. So what is the e-waste management system available in India? Most of the activities right from collection, transportation, segregation, dismantling, etc. are done by unorganized sector manually. Being a rich source of the reusable precious metals, e-waste is also a good source of revenue generation for many people in India. The big portion, rag pickers of the Indian population can earn livelihood by collecting and selling inorganic waste like plastic, polythene bags, glass bottles, cardboard, paper, other ferrous metal, etc. In absence of the adequate technologies and equipment, most of the techniques used for the recycling treatment of e-waste are very raw and dangerous. Improper recycling and disposal operations found in different cities of India often involve open burning of plastic waste, exposure to toxic solvents, dumping of acids, and widespread general dumping. As a result, pollutants are dumped into the land, air, and water, which are cause of serious environmental problems in India. Also, the laborers, workers employed in the dismantling and recycling unit are poorly literate and uneducated, lacking the basic knowledge about the serious occupational and health risks associated with the operation. Most of the time, dismantling and recycling process are performed by the workers without proper personal protection equipment, which is used in most of the Western countries. Mostly hammers, chisels, hand drills, cutter, electric torch, burner, sometimes electric drill were used for dismantling. These operations are carried out in very congested places in the center of the city and slums. Mostly the dismantling and recycling areas are without any proper lighting and ventilation because most of these works are done in informal sectors, slums areas. In absence of suitable techniques and infrastructure, the workers and labor working in such areas are prone to serious occupational health hazards. Putting the onus of the recycling on the electronic waste or the producer, the Ministry of Environment and Forest (MOEF) has for the first time notified e-waste management rules. Under the new rules, producer will have to make consumers aware about the hazardous component present in the product. Also, instructions for consumer for handling the equipment after its use along with to-dos and don'ts have to be provided. They will also have to give information booklet to prevent e-waste from being dropped in garbage bins. However, according to the rules, bulk consumers such as enterprises and government will be responsible for recycling of e-waste generated by them. The bulk user have to ensure that the e-waste generated by them is channelized to authorized collection centers or taken back by the producer. They also have to maintain records of the e-waste generated by them and make such records available with state pollution control boards or pollution control committee. The State Pollution Control Board will be required to prepare and submit to the Central Pollution Control Board (CPCB) an annual report based on the data received from the consumers with regard to implementation of these rules by September 30 of every year, on receiving which the CPCB will have to prepare a consolidated annual review on management of e-waste and forward it to the government along with its recommendation by December 30 of every year. So government has prepared a very good e-waste management programs, but let's see what is the result. After all, it is the management at a very large scale and different players are involved like the public office, public authority, private companies, private manufacturers, household. Thank you for listening.